Because he's going to deal with you. Verse 15, go ahead.
And I am very sore displeased with the heathen.
He said, I'm so displeased with the heathen, meaning the nations that he put us under. I'm displeased, meaning I'm very mad about this. Go ahead.
I am displeased with the heathen that are at ease. For I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction.
He said, I was just a little displeased with my people. How did they help forward the affliction? They killed them. They raped them. They beat them down. They put them in jails for long terms because you stole them. One lady stole she stole a TV. They gave her 30 years. It was back in the Jim Crow era. Gave her 30 years. It's documented. Just look it up. Lady steal TV back in the day gets 30 years. She died there. Go ahead.
16. Therefore, thus says the Lord, I am returned to Jerusalem with mercies. My house shall be built in it, says the Lord of hosts.
Yes, sir.
And a line shall be stretched forth upon Jerusalem. Cry yet, say, thus says the Lord of hosts. My cities through prosperity shall yet be spread abroad. And the Lord shall yet comfort Zion. And shall yet choose Jerusalem.
God's giving you a little brief history on what he's going to do to Jerusalem. Go ahead.
Then lift I up mine eyes and saw, and behold, 4 horns.
These 4 horns are the Gentile dynasties. And there, Daniel chapter 7, Nebuchadnezzar, King Darius, Cyrus, all the way down to Alexander the Great. These are the 4 horns, the powers that run the world, the Gentiles. White people run this whole world. He giving it over to them. He said, look, this power they have, they're going to do what I tell them to do now. Go ahead.
And I said unto the angel that talked with me, what be these? And he answered me, these are the horns which have scattered Judah, Israel.
He said, what be these? These are the horns that scattered Jerusalem. Scattered Jerusalem where? Right here. Scattered them all over the world. But the thing is, we got to understand, who scattered them? So you're contracting, that ain't going right now. But go ahead.
And the Lord showed me 4 carpenters. Then said I, what come these to do? And he spake, saying, these are the horns which have scattered Judah.
He said, he telling Daniel, you go to Daniel chapter 7, we ain't dealing with that right now. He said, these are 4 carpenters, meaning that these are the people that are going to put these nations together. And once they put these nations together, these Gentile nations together, they're going to need us to work it. They're going to need us, this free labor that we are so known for, working for free. Go ahead.
These are the horns which have scattered Judah, so that no man did lift up his head. But these are come to fray them, to cast out the horns of the Gentiles, which lift up their horn over the land of Judah, to scatter it.
So these are the horns of who? Gentiles. Who are the Gentiles? These are the Europeans, the white people. These are the ones that are going to hide Israel. Hide Israel. And this is what we must know. Let's see how they did. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 28. Just give you a brief history on this, because we deal more with this in the Black History program. I just want to make sure y'all understand. Help Israel. Israel come up to you and say, give me a quarter. Give it to him. Need $1. Give it to him. Instead of looking, I ain't giving you this, I ain't giving you, you gonna smoke it up. I don't even flip that, man. Go ahead. Go ahead. He asked you for what, a quarter? You waste that on your floor when you get out of the car. That's why God can't give us nothing, some of us, because we're so tight to hold on to this money. So tight. He wants you to help Israel. There might be an opportunity. You might get that man or woman something for like 3-4 days. He said, man, I want to know what you know. Sis, I want to know what you know. Now you can witness to him. He can hear you now because he's been fulfilled. He or she can't hear you now because they're hungry or they're addicted to something, the cigarette to calm down and all this stuff. We too holy now. A lot of us are too holy. That's why God can't give us nothing. Well, listen what it says here. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. This is how he scattered us. The more in history, how we was on top. Verse 1, go ahead.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
He's going to set you on high above all nations. He gave us everything that we had as Israel. But we couldn't see it at that time because we were so full of ourselves. Just like now, some of us get some money in our pocket, you can't tell them that. I'm balling now. You beneath me. Look what I got. Look what you got. And God seen this happening. He started giving Israel this, and they started turning to the evilness of the word instead of keeping the laws. He said, look, this is what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to ride you upon high upon all nations. Nobody going to be like you. Go ahead.
And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
That big word that is so small, if you do this, I will do that. What is this? Obey the commandments. If you obey it and listen to it, I will put you above all nations. Go ahead.
Blessed shall thou be in the city, and blessed shall thou be in the field.
This is what he's saying. You blessed in the city, blessed in the field. Who more blessed than King Solomon? Who more blessed than King David? Zechariah and all them.
That's right.
But look at us now. We're at the bottom of the barrel. Why? Let me show you. Jump down to verse 15. This is where we went. I just want to show you. You can go back and read all that on your own about the blessing. But this is where we at now. The curse. Go ahead.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Yes, sir.
Cursed shall thou be in the city, cursed shall thou be in the field.
We curse in the city, man. Look at this. There's our people right here on these streets. We see them all day long. Some of them our friends. Yeah, they're my boy right there. Yeah. You better get away from her before you get shot. You better get away from her before you get shot. They having such a good time. Read about somebody dying now. Leave them alone. Go ahead.
You want to help me skip 32?
Yeah, skip down to 32. Go ahead, bro.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
Our eyes still failing. We're talking about in 7 AD when the transatlantic slave trade came. Your child was sold to the Barker plantation or to the Gully plantation. Our last name was Israel back then. We didn't have all these different names. There's no such thing as Williams. That's the Williams clan. You was the Williams property. I was the Parker property. Ain't no such thing that we got so much pride in these last names. Yeah, we do this and we do that. No, you don't say nothing about Israel. I know we have a big problem about that in our family. Our daddy told us to make that Parker name strong. But he didn't tell us how to make Israel name strong. Every Israelite in the Bible with last name Israel. Have you seen the last name in the Bible? There ain't no last name. Because all over Israel. But when we were sold, given to another, our sons and daughters given to another nation, I got to recognize this boy and this girl. Put Parker behind their name. Put William behind their name. They my property. Treat you like some animals. Go ahead.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand.
We couldn't do that. There should be no might in your hand. Just like these boys on the street right here, what I'm showing you right now. Ain't no might. We can't, a lot of these boys got mom and dad. They looking at them. They looking at them. And they did it too. Because God has taken out the fear of God from them. Maybe because the preachers like me haven't been teaching them to fear God. And the parents haven't been teaching, this is what they turn to. That's it. Go ahead, bro.
The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and cursed always.
What nation is that? The good old U.S. of A. How you think you got here? They crush you. They put you in slave quarters. They tell him, because this is a big slave right here, and your wife over here is a big lady, they want them to make it. They don't care if you married. You have babies with this man, wife. She have babies with this man, husband. All this stuff went down because of this nation. This nation right here. Right here. Good old U.S. of A. Go ahead.
So that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see.
Ain't we mad today? You should be mad. If you ain't mad, you're a part of the world. If you ain't disgusted what you see in this world, like we seeing our young brothers and sisters on these streets wilding out like this, you a part of the problem. You are part of the problem. If you see fun in that, you are part of the problem. You ain't saying much. You ain't reading enough about God's word and his people, the hidden one. If you like to be around them, you part of them. You can fake the funk with me all day long. I can fake it with you all day long. But God knows your mind.
Yes.
He knows it. Go ahead.
The Lord shall smite thee in the knees and in the legs with a sore botch that cannot be healed, from the sole of thy foot unto the top of thy head. The Lord shall bring thee.
He said they're going to smite you in your sole of your foot and your heel. That's your diseases like cancer. This is the cancer rate. All this stuff. Look at the cancer rate in black people, over 31%. White people, 21%. All the other ones, Hispanics, all these, but very low. But us, it's high. There's a reason for that.
That's right.
Because we got a law we deal by. A dietary law. When you don't eat according to the way you're supposed to eat, this comes on you. All it is. I'm just showing you some of this stuff. All this stuff like abortion. Well, we're getting too far. But keep this thing keep going. Just showing you some different rates of diseases too. We talking about diabetes too.
Verse 36. The Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
This nation he brought over us that we didn't know, which was these Europeans. And the reason why these Europeans came to the Americas because they had a whole bunch of diseases coming from Italy and Rome. Y'all heard of the bubonic plague and all that stuff? When they came over here and took the Native American lands, they gave them diseases in their blankets. This is how they defeated them. Where did they get them diseases from? Because they were so infested over there, so they had to find new land. And these diseases like STDs and all this stuff were created. Why? To take Israel down. I still say some of this cancer, some of this diabetes and all this stuff is created. All this stuff is genetically modified to hurt us. I know I've been reading into a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff I can go into, but if you just take time to read how they genetically modifying food, all this salt, all this sugar, It don't affect the other people like it affects us. It kills us. It's already here. Go ahead. Oh yeah.
36. At the end.
Okay.
And thou shalt not serve other gods, wood and stone. 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment.
He said, thou shalt serve God wood and stone. Buddhists, all the Hinduism, all this stuff. That's, y'all see Tina Turner on that movie, What's Love Got to Do with It? She started quoting something or whatever she was saying. She was a Buddhist. This wood and stone, she practicing evil. You got some women who try to do that stuff. Oh, Tina did. And this Buddhist right here, showing y'all, they got them in the house with a statue, wood and stone. Go ahead.
37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee.
You know what that proverb and byword is.
Yes.
Nigger, coon, stick, porch monkey, anything they can call us that degrading. Omarosa found out about that, didn't she? Donald Trump called her what? A dog. Get that dog out of the White House. See, they want to sit up here and be with the white folks, and then when they turn on the white folks are doing wrong real bad. Donald Rosa better be quiet before she find herself stinking somewhere.
That's right. Exactly.
Don't play with these folks.
So,
You got them curses on you too? Jump down to verse, what we at, 43?
yes.
Yeah, verse 43.
The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low.
Stranger, we know that, what that is. They're gonna get up on you very high. Meaning that they're gonna control everything. Stop thinking that we're gonna get into power. We're not gonna get into power these days. We're not. Your power will come when that first resurrection hit. That's what you should be seeking for. You know, I want to live pretty good and peaceful here, so I do what I need to do. Not break the law. And God, let me live pretty good. But I understand I'm not searching for the power of these nations. I'm not running for Congress or district leader, county seats and all that stuff. For what? Them Satan seats. Them Satan seats. Well, hey, have at it if you want it. Keep going.
44. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
How many else got a bank to lend to somebody? You lend to somebody today, you got need next week. Hey man, where my $20 at? Hey man, where my money at? You can't lend nothing to nobody. A lot of us are from week to week, paycheck to paycheck.
So true.
Can't lend nothing to nobody. These curses are on us. And the ones that got a little money, they don't want you to have it because they rolling with the Gentile, the white folk. They rolling with them. You come over there and ask for a loan for a business or something like that, they look at you like you crazy. Keep going.
Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee.
All these curses. All the things, HIV, AIDS, all these cancers, diabetes, every disease that you can imagine gonna come on us the hardest. Because we are governed by a set of laws that he don't want us to break. So he gotta bring us back in line with these curses. Go ahead.
And overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee.
The hardest thing I had to witness is seeing somebody die of cancer. I saw my grandma, she was 75, what? She was 75, 76. Big healthy lady. Healthy. She swelled down to a skeleton. I said, I never want to see that again in my life. But you look at all that, she had an opportunity to accept Jesus as Lord and Savior. But she was so destroyed in her mind, I don't think she did. Because my mama tried to talk to her, which was her mother. But her mind was so gone. So God wants you to take hold of this while you and your mind functioning right. Don't be worried about this body, man. You're going to get a heavenly body when it comes back. That's what I'm looking at. Get this stuff right here. Go ahead, brother.
46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
All this upon us for a sign and wonder. I mean that the seed is the children.
That's right.
On your children, you got kids being born with sickle cell that can only come in black folks. Their mama had it, then their kids had it, then their kids had it. Where did it come from? It's the curses. When the last time you seen the white people get sickle cell? They do? I ain't never heard too many of them, but it's a common rate in us. It's common in us. Go ahead, brother.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. Therefore shall thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst, in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
He gonna put a yoke around who neck? Nobody have came over here to Americas with this yoke of iron around their necks but us. It can only line up with us. Go ahead.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle fly, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. And
we just read about that in Babylon 10.2, the history. The nation. In 70 AD, Israel was destroyed to the ground. Over 1 million Jews fled into Africa to escape Pilate, well, not Pilate, but Titus and Vespasian. In 70 AD, this is when it was destroyed. And they fled, came from a far nation, from Europe, from Rome, to come over to Israel to get us off this land. It was documented. It was already ordained that this was going to happen before time. I keep telling y'all this. This is a script that God written in heaven. He just needed to play it. It's already preordained. For any of this came about, already preordained.
That's right.
He told Abraham, he said, know assurity that your seed will be in captivity for 400 years. Yes. Abraham, they have no kids. Tell me if that ain't prescriptive or what? But this nation that he gonna send, they don't care about nobody. Keep going.
50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
You think the KKK care if you old? They care if you young? They'll rape your daughters. 10, 11 years old, they'll rape them. Don't even care about them. And this stuff gonna come back in the last days. Read Zechariah chapter 14. He said, your women shall be ravished, meaning rape. But some of us, this don't concern them. But when that pain hits you, you will say, man, what am I supposed to be? What am I supposed to be? You better be in that wilderness at the time. That's the only way you're going to get protected. It's going to be a lot of pain. A lot of pain. But this nation, with fierce countenance, go ahead, what are they doing? 51.
And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed.
This nation destroyed us. Well, jump down to verse 63. Now, he talked about that scattering in Ezekiel. How we were plucked. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass that as the Lord rejoiced over you to do you good and to multiply you, so that the Lord will rejoice over you to destroy you and to bring you to naught. And ye shall be plucked from off the land whither thou goest to possess it.
That's why we read in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. He said, it was good for him to do you good. He said, all these blessings shall come up on you. Blessed in the field, blessed in the house, blessed everywhere. But if you break the law, I'm going to do you bad. And this the bad part. He plucked them from the land. What land? Israel.
That's right.
This is the transatlantic slave trade. And they pushed us all the way over here in the Americas to be sold as cargo. Labor, free labor. We'll show you that. Go ahead.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
We didn't know nothing about no crosses. We didn't know anything about no Kaaba stone over there in Mecca, where they go and take a pilgrimage over there and bow down to them stones. We didn't know nothing about this, but most of our people